So let's say you got a customer who doesn't have much money, they got this much, and what you offer costs this much, okay? These 3/4 here, all right? So if you try and make a sale to them, that means you're trying to take all this away from them, and they're gonna go, no, it has to work, and prove to me that it has to work, because this is my life's blood, and I need that to actually operate my business. Oh yeah, couch video. Haven't done one of these for a while. Remember all the noise problems we had? We'll see how it goes. Friday's the day that they fly the military jets from the base around and over. So we might get some huge noise here. We're going to talk today about kind of clients you want. Real quick, I'm just going to make one point. That's all I'm going to do today. But it's probably going to blow your mind because everyone is chasing broke people. And I want to make a quick example of why that's a problem and why going the other route is so much better. So I'm going to zoom in on the table now where I've got a little setup and we're going to cover it there, all right? Okay, this is a lesson that it took me years to figure out, like 2.5 years before this really settled in, after 15 years of corporate executive experience. Wow, I mean, this is just totally mind-blowing. So here's the deal. The people who have money have money. The people who don't have money don't have money. And what does that do to you as a seller in a marketplace? So let's say you got a customer who doesn't have much money, they got this much, and what you offer costs this much, okay? These 3/4 here, all right? So if you try and make a sale to them, that means you're trying to take all this away from them, and they're gonna go, no, it has to work, and prove to me that it has to work, because this is my life's blood, and I need that to actually operate my business. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna steal from somebody else this and maybe take one of that and leave that back there as their operating capital. And now you have to actually perform a miracle in order to get this to work. No good, right? So let's change it up. Now we've got a customer who has money. They have all this money. And you say, well, my price is 3/4 for whatever it is that you do, okay? So they go, there it is. There you go. No big deal. They still got their big pile over there. You took that, there it goes, and they still got this big pile left. In other words, they just shove over. In fact, they could do it again. Month 2. Okay, there you go. There you go, 3 more quarters. I don't have to take it from anybody. They're not robbing Peter to pay Paul. They're just operating out of what they've got. They have plenty of money, okay? So this is why going after the people who have money is better, because they have money. And for them to just give you some is a painless experience. They're not desperate. They're not needing this to work so bad that they'll die if you don't get them instant results. They are willing and able to invest for the long term. And if that's what it takes, which in a lot of fields it does, like copywriting, we don't get it right out of the gate very often. It takes 2 or 3 rounds maybe of testing and improvement in order to get that to work. And they're going to need to come up with this continued funding for traffic and testing and that kind of thing. So remember this. The people who have money have money. For them to give you some is no big deal. They just put a line down and pull over a ruler down, you know, and push some of their portion over to you, and it doesn't hurt them. If they don't have money, my gosh, now it's a great fiscal crisis and we're going bankrupt. If we risk any of this, it's terrifying, and I don't want to deal with that kind of person, okay? So take it from me. Concentrate on the people who have money. Make that your target market, and you'll have a much easier time. I used to say it takes as much effort to make a high-ticket sale as a low-ticket sale. And after a couple years of actually working with people who didn't have any money, who I was not used to working with, I realized that it was actually easier to make the sale with those folks who had money, because they could just give you some and it was no big deal. It was no skin off their nose, you know? It wasn't this terrifying experience that you were trying to pull them kicking and screaming into. So imagine that. Imagine how much easier that makes selling. It is actually easier to make a high-ticket sale than a low-ticket one because of the risk that's not there. It's not as prevalent because they already have the money, and to give you some of it, it's not like they're cutting off a limb or something like that, which you would think the poor folks are doing. And they have the money. They just give you some. They don't have to get it from somewhere else. This is Jason Kanigan from Sales on Fire, hoping to help you with your sales and marketing. If you go take this out and use it, put it into practice, it will help you. Thanks for watching.